Hi everyone, I'm Jamie Ruthenberg and you are watching Jamie's Book in a Bite. So today I'm going to talk about a brand new children's book that'll be available very soon, and I'm very excited about it. And then we're going to move into the kitchen and I'm going to show you a simple yet beautiful way to decorate gingerbread cookies, or really any cutout cookie that is your favorite. And always check out those bloopers at the end. I think they're kind of fun. So the holiday season is in full swing and Christmas is less than a week away, and because of that I think it's the perfect time to talk to you about a brand new children's book, and the name of it is Iam the Lamb, The True Meaning of Christmas. And it was such an honor and a privilege to be a part of this project. The person who wrote this is a young author named Madison Ashley Karr, and the illustrator is yours truly. And it was, like I said, it was such an honor. So the story is told by a lamb named Iam, and he's present to inform the readers of what the true meaning of Christmas really is. A lot of times during the holiday season and Christmas time, we tend to focus on presents and Santa Claus and decorations and so forth. It's not necessarily wrong that we have fun with these things. These traditions really do have historical roots, but the point is that's not really what the real meaning of Christmas is. With that, Iam tells the story of the birth of Jesus, starting from when Gabriel comes to Mary with the news that she was going to be Jesus' mother. He tells of the challenges that Mary and Joseph had, how Jesus was born in a stable of hay that first Christmas night, and how those on earth and in heaven rejoiced, for he was born to turn darkness to light. I think the most beautiful point to the story is how we should let his light shine through us to all those who need it. Give love to those who are lonely, broken, or sad. Feed those that are hungry, and treat others as we would want to be treated. That is the true meaning of Christmas. I will add the information of where you can purchase the book, and I'll put it underneath this particular video. When you hit show more and it gives you all the information, it'll be there as soon as it's available. Now, I know that many of us have very special recipes that remind us of the holiday or Christmas season. I have many. I have a whole bunch of them. One of my absolute favorites is gingerbread cookies, and I make them homemade every year, and the house smells glorious, and there is nothing like it, and it's delicious. Now, I know that gingerbread men are not the meaning of Christmas after just everything that I just said, but it sure does enhance the season and the time you spend with your loved ones, and you serve these and they taste and smell so wonderful. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to share a special way to decorate them. So I have the cookies already made because I really want to focus on how to decorate in a very simple but extremely beautiful way. The recipe is down below the video. Again, you hit show more and all the information is in there. It's a fantastic recipe. If you love gingerbread, you should really try it. If any of you have followed me on social media, you probably have seen the little guy that I'm going to be decorating today. He's my little gingerbread snowman. He's my favorite little guy. He makes me giggle. So, and I'm also going to be doing some holly leaves, and there's a really fun way to, fast and easy way. It's just a pop of color on a cookie platter. And the beauty of all this is it does not take any piping skills. I know that word piping can be a horrifying word to a lot of people who don't bake often. There's no piping involved. This is very simple. You can do it with your kids. It's quick and easy and gorgeous. So come with me and I will show you a couple simple tricks. So here we are creating a beautiful and delicious gingerbread man or woman or girl or boy or dog, cat, whatever you want to make out of gingerbread is actually extremely easy. Today we are going to decorate my gingerbread snowman that I made with this adorable little gingerbread snowman copper cutout. This is my favorite thing I've had for years and years. The problem is it's broke. And I can't find this anywhere. So if any of you out there, any of the viewers, happen to find this guy, and in fact I'll even put a picture of him below, please contact me because I would like to get a couple more of these. I just love them, and you'll see why. Usually when people think of decorating a cutout cookie, they think of royal icing a lot of times, which royal icing basically is a kind of icing that has egg white in it, and sometimes people use powdered egg white, and it hardens when it dries, and usually it's associated with piping a thicker border around the cookie, and then what they call flooding it with a looser icing in the middle. And it's a professional way to do things. I've done that myself, but you don't have to worry about all this fancy schmancy stuff of flooding and piping and everything else. I'm going to show you right now. I'm under the gun lately too, like all of you, and have a lot going on, and I don't have time to be washing 12,000 piping bags and doing all that. So I found a different way, at least for this cookie. So first, you need to make a glaze, and it's extremely simple. You're going to see how exact this is. It really isn't even a recipe, it's just something I do. You fill a bowl with confectioner's sugar. You can add a splash of vanilla if you'd like. In this cookie I don't, but you can if you'd like to. And then you, little by little, add water, and you whisk and add water and whisk until it gets to be a very nice consistency. So this is going to be the glue. It's like a big bowl of edible glue that's sweet and yummy for your cookies. Next, I have bowls of beautiful sprinkles that I chose. I have a bowl of red, white, and green sprinkles. They're more like nonpareils. I have a bowl of green sugar. The red, white, and green nonpareil sprinkles I get at my local craft store in the baking aisle part of the store. You can find them there often. The green sugar is actually from my local grocery store. I think it's in every grocery store I've ever been in. Then you're going to have snowflakes, but I'm going to use them in the way that you'll see. It's going to be very fun. And then we have the cinnamon candies. They're useful also. All of these kinds of candies are so fun to use when you're decorating and you're like kind of gluing onto the cookie, because they're so perfectly shaped and they're vibrant and pretty, and they make a cookie platter look really nice. By the way, a little side note, if you're going to make my recipe down below, it's a wonderful recipe. It's extremely moist, it's packed with flavor. My advice to you is, one, the trick to these is to not over bake them. That moisture in it, it's really nice. Secondly, before I put them in the oven, when they're all cut on the cookie sheet, I pop them in the refrigerator for about 15 minutes, 20 minutes or so for them to set and get nice and cold. It makes it so they don't kind of become larger and kind of morph in the oven. They lose that tightness of the actual cutout figure. Well, you gotta love YouTube, because last night I forgot that step because I was in a hurry because it's Christmas time and I have a million things happening like you do and everybody else. So they kind of got a little, they're not exactly how they looked when I cut them out with my cookie cutter. But you know what's kind of funny about this? I thought it's a good lesson though to show you that even if, like this one right here, this one's just like, but you know what? This is a canvas where you can actually draw in there what you wanted it to be, and then those other edges are just part of the cookie. So I'll show you what I mean, but you can actually correct that. It's easy with this fun way to decorate. As you see in the picture, this little guy has a hat and a scarf, okay? So what we're gonna do is just take a spoon, get it nice and wet with that glaze, and we're going to just put the glaze, kind of just brush it on. You can also probably use a little brush. I just tend to use my spoons because it's just, I don't know, easy to me. But see how I put where I want the hat to be. And then I take a little bit more, and make sure you don't have too much because then it'll just flood the cookie and then it doesn't have the shape that it needs to be. And I'm just kind of go right across, just like that. You gotta say that when you do it too. It just, it doesn't work otherwise. And then, side scarf, perfect. With that, then you take, now I want his scarf to be red, white, and green. So then I take the little bowl of red, white, and green sprinkles and I just press him right head down into that. And it's perfect. I tell you what, check it out. It's, you shouldn't hold it up because it's still, you gotta let it dry, but it's perfect. I'm gonna set it down. Then, see, it's kind of dropping a little bit because I'm not supposed to be moving it around. So there you have a base of a hat and a scarf. So then what you do is you take a skewer. These are great, you know, cake testers, for kebabs, all that, but I also love to use them for decorating because they just have a little tiny tip, and you just take the little tip, add some on there. I can actually use a little more than that. Sometimes I go too crazy, but there's a little bit there. Then I take one of these little cinnamon candies, and that's his nose. Now you can make his nose anything you want. I like him having a nice red nose. You also need to put the pom-pom on his hat. So again, I take my skewer and I just put a little bit there. I love to use these little snowflakes. They have blue and white. I like to use the white because with the green and the red, I just think that's really cute. And just kind of press it on. Doesn't want to go on, but there it is. Then we have buttons. We'll do the rest of his face in 1 second. I'm going to give him 3 buttons. 1, 2, 3. And I think I'm gonna use these snowflakes again. I think they're so cute. I got them from also my local craft store at the baking aisle, along with the red, white, and green nonpareils. So 1, 2, and 3. And if you think you need a little more, you can also just go like that, stick it on. Beautiful. We're almost there. You don't have to do it this way. You can just take, I used to actually, just take the skewer, put a little bit of the glaze on there, and then just poke for 2 eyes, and that little bit of glaze kind of hinted toward the eyes. But then I realized that these little nonpareils, these little candies, these tiny ones, are actually perfect for two little white eyes, because there's white little perfect dots. So what I'll do is I'll dot where I want his eyes to go, right on there. And in fact, sometimes I put a little more because I didn't have enough, right? And then you can even take a pair of very clean tweezers if you want. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. I just kind of drop it on. And I drop on the other one. Now this is not perfect. The wintry snowman. Pretty cute. For another cookie idea, I always do this little holly leaf. Now I used to have a holly leaf cookie cutter, and I know they're all over the place in stores and so forth, and I couldn't find it last night to make the cookies. But you know what I did is I actually took a floured knife and actually cut shapes out that look like holly leaves. And to be honest with you, I think I like them more than the cutout cookie because they're a little smaller and they're all a little different, just like in nature. So kind of a little happy accident. But what I do with these is I take one of the cutout cookies, let's say I take this one, actually dip it in the sugar glaze mixture, scrape it outside of the bowl, and it goes right into the green sugar, just like this. And you just press it in. Press it in a couple times really to get it. And excuse my green fingers, I'll let this dry, but you get this saturation of color that's fantastic, and you get this sugary coating on it. It's so nice. Then what you do, you still have these red little cinnamon candies, just take a little bit of glaze, put it on the corner of the cookie. Whoa, a little too much, but that's okay. And then you have holly berries. I mean, how cute is this? Seriously. And it's so simple. You could put 2 or 3. I'll put another one on this one since I have, I think, enough glaze, or I'll add a little more glaze. So you could just dip it in there. There's no science to this. But I mean, look at how adorable that is. That is cute stuff. If I do say so myself. So I'm gonna finish these up. Once they're done, you let them dry, because if you don't let them dry, when you store them, they're gonna fall apart and all their little candies are gonna, you know, fall off, and that's no fun. So let them dry fully. What I do is I usually put them in freezer bags and I store them in the freezer. They stay fresh then until you need them. Because there's nothing worse than like 3-week-old Christmas cookies that kind of taste like cardboard by the time you have company. So I always keep them in the freezer, and then you have a fresh cookie whenever you want it. So I'm gonna finish these up, and I will see you in a minute or two. Here is my beautiful, look at how beautiful that tray of cookies are. I mean, it really is pretty. I think he's my favorite. Let's see if I can get a close up. He's pretty cute. Now, if you see, he has eyebrows. I forgot to talk about the eyebrows. All you do is actually take the little skewer and put a little bit of glaze on it, and then kind of just draw it on. It's adorable, and I know you probably think it's way over the top to put eyebrows on a cookie, but it makes such a difference because it brings the emotion to its face. So I love it. This whole room smells like gingerbread. I didn't even bake them today, and just decorating them makes the room smell like gingerbread. It's such a glorious smell. I don't know how else to say it. Again, hit show more, and it'll let you see all the information, and I have the full recipe down below. I will in the future, once Iam the Lamb is available, I will have that purchase information down there as well. And remember to hit that subscribe button. I'm looking for more subscribers. Thank you everybody for hanging with me. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and until next time. Mwah. Christmas time. time, we tend to focus on presents and Santa Claus and decorations and so forth, and presents. I already said that. Take 2. Come with me and I will show you a couple simple tricks. Again, hidden. So come with me and I will show you a couple of single tricks. Yeah. Alright. Cooking my gas now for electric. The green sugar is really just in my where's the green sugar from? Gee, before I put them in the oven. Secondly, so then what do you do? I forgot the next step. Okay, still rolling. Dip in the spray glaze, take a skewer, dip in the glaze. I got these. Where did I get these? I know I got them. And presents.